What is up, everybody? Good morning and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different and go through one of my Black Panther replays so that we can all kind of learn together from this match. I did do pretty good in this match, but there is a lot of things that I could have done better, so I wanted to make sure that I showcase the things that I did well, things that I did poorly, and some limit testing that I was doing while I was playing this match. You do all have access to this as well, so if you go up to the right hand side of the screen on the main drag, I guess, you can click on that, go over to history, and you can see all of these matches that are on replays. You can click on them, you can see the scoreboard, and then you can also hit down here where the replay is stored. So we're going to go through this today, and we are going to talk about a couple things that I do well, things that I'm thinking in the moment, some things that I definitely shouldn't do as well, and go from there. So you can toggle the POV, so we're going to make sure that we are on myself, and then we are going to hide the interface. So rocking up to this first point, I know that there's only a few places that I can get height here. So I'm going to go over to the left here. I like this little wall because you can kind of see the battlefield without being a target for too long. I know squishies are going to come in, so I try and commit on this Scarlet Witch. I kind of miss everything, so I'm going to dash out, use my dash reset. I still have my left shift, so I can still be a little aggressive. See this Jeff, a spear, dash reset, spear, dash reset. I still have my dash off cooldown, so I marked the cloak and dagger, dash through her. My dash is still off cooldown, and then I just kind of get some cheeky damage on this Thor because I know most of the primary targets or the things that can heal him are dead. So the Jeff is dead and the cloak and dagger are dead, so all damage is permanent. I don't feel as scared committing damage onto that Thor. I see this Mantis here. The Groot walls me off, which is a little bit awkward, so can't really commit on her. But this is where I believe I make my first bigger mistake. So I realize that I can't kill the Mantis there, and I just kind of reposition. I'm looking for another target. I'm going over here, and I actually commit on this Scarlet Witch, and I'm dashing through her. I mark her again, and I feel like I'm going to kill her after she comes out of her shift, but she actually shifts again, and it eats my dash. So I'm stuck over here. Cap is running at me. She's got aimbot. The cloak and dagger is looking at me, and I just get absolutely demolished. So definitely be careful when your dash doesn't hit your marked target, however that may happen, even if they are marked, if they use an invulnerability or something like that, like Scarlet Witch just did. Definitely make sure that you're being a little bit more careful when you commit on those targets, because as you can see, I was stuck, no E, no shift in a situation like that, and that can be pretty bad. So I missed my double dash on this Hawkeye, but they're still stuck in a corner. He's super out of position. My teammate's still able to capitalize because I pushed him basically into the team. He got a little scared. At this point, I'm looking at that cloak and dagger because I know she's a primary target that I want to kill. So I remark her just to make sure the mark doesn't fall off. And I get a cheeky little kill right there and immediately start going back up to height and try and look at the battlefield. I see the Venom and Thor on point, but I don't actually want to go for them because, again, I'm an assassin character. So I'd rather kill this little Mantis real quick. Don't ever be attacking tanks unless you have to, unless it's that initial situation where I've already killed both their healers and all damage is permanent. I see that Hawkeye over there, and he looks kind of annoying, so I'm going to commit some damage onto him, dash through him, remark him with the E, dash through him, and then we're going to try and commit ult here, which is a terrible idea because, as we've learned, committing on Scarlet Witch is not great, so I get stuck in this situation where I have to like grab a health pack and just dash out. The round ends, but that was a terrible situation to put myself in. I should have just backed up, waited for them to push up a little, waited for the enemy to push up a little bit more, wait for my team to kind of have my back a little bit, wait for the enemy to be focused on my team, and then attack them from there. So yeah, you can see that when you commit your ult too, you don't also have to go in. You don't have to get a clip. You don't have to hit a triple kill. You don't have to hit a quadra kill. Just use your ult, use it, and go from there. If you missed, you missed. If you don't get a clip, that's fine. Especially in ranked games, you just don't want to int. The big part of this game is just not dying too. Just do it. Not dying is huge in this game because your deaths do impact the team so much. So if you can ever get into a situation where you are making sure that your team is not playing down a person for the longest period of time, that's a good play. So I see all the squishies up here. I'm getting above them. I'm just trying to put some pressure on them. Remark them with my E. Dash through. I don't kill the Hawkeye there, so I commit the spear, and then boom, we're just gonna dash through, and that is their healer and their Hawkeye down. My team is also able to kill the Venom because he is down a healer, and I'm just floating around up here. I'm hanging out. I feel like I've done my job. It's going well. So I pop back up, and there's this little ledge right here that I was just kind of testing out. Since this is a third-person game, you can actually third-person peek around this corner. So I was just sitting here to see what I could see around the corner without actually being in line of sight of the enemy team. I'm really just waiting for any squishies to come up so I can make my move. So I don't want to be super, and then they just kind of destroy this wall, and then everything goes to shit. So yeah, we're just spearing. I'm like, I need to get out of there. There's a health pack there, so I grab that so I can get a little bit more health back. And then I see these two healers in the same spot. I'm like, oh, this is too good to pass up. I end up being able to double dash through the cloak and dagger and kill the mantis there. So now all damage is permanent, and I've done my job. So the enemy team doesn't really have a chance to push through because that Thor falls, and he just has no healing. The Star-Lord falls as well. Very, very good. Something you also want to be aware of, especially if you're playing any assassin, even if you're playing Black Panther, if you're playing Psylocke, anything like that, you definitely want to be able to know where the health packs are, as you'll see me do in this footage too. I do go through health packs quite a bit. You are in a lot of situations where it's hard to heal you. You're deep in the back line. There's not going to be, if you pull a healer to you, they might get shredded because you have ways to get out. They don't. So definitely make sure that you know where the health packs are. See, I miss everything here. Terrible play. I just kind of back up. I'm like, what's a different angle that I can take? There is a health pack back here too, so I make sure that I'm full HP because I don't want a healer pushing too much forward to heal me. I see this Hela, dash through her, commit ult, dash through people, suddenly realize that nobody's dying, and so I just dash out, commit my second dash to getting away. Unfortunately, I do get popped up there, so I have to dash towards the ground, and I still end up dying. So trying to help sustain myself there, but again, used my ult, didn't really get anything out of it, and immediately realized that I needed to get away. Unfortunate that I was unsuccessful in getting away, but as you can see, this character, if you do miss your dashes, if you don't have any mobility, you are a pretty easy target, and you will get fried, especially by things like Scarlet Witch, things like Cloak and Dagger that can't really miss. So I see my team kind of falling here. My Groot's dead, my Luna's dead, my Psylocke is dead, and my Squirgle is dead. So I'm just like, yeah, there's no point in me going in. I'm just going to stand over here. I'm going to wait. I see a lot of people in these kinds of games, like I mentioned earlier, deaths are very, very important. I see a lot of people just go in solo, and this is the only situation where you would want to go in. So this Hela just steps up. I don't know what she is doing. So I just demolish her, and then suddenly we are pushing back with all of our team. We have all 6 of our members here, and they are down a member. So I'm just trying to get picks when I can, and I commit the dash again on this Scarlet Witch. Terrible idea, because she just runs down to her healers, and I'm kind of stuck. I'm like behind this wall. I don't really have anywhere to go. So I have to try and reset myself out of this. So I throw a spear, dash, E, try and just make myself a harder target to hit as I'm looking for my next opportunity. Can dash through this. I missed my second dash there, so I don't have a dash. I just grab the little health pack, grab the pop-up, and start getting back in, reset, wait for my cooldowns, and then go from there. So I see this Hela. She shifts out, so she's gone. Thor gets on me. I'm like, I don't want any part of this. I'm going to pop back up, get height, and look for something else. See the Hela there, but I'm around half HP, and I'm getting murked by the Cloak and Dagger. So I'm going to try and get away just to reset, break this wall, grab the health pack that I know is there, and then I can reset with my cooldowns, kill that Hela, E, mark things, start rocking around, and do a little bit of damage that way. We end up getting a pick on the Mantis, but we get triple killed by the Scarlet Witch. So a lot of this character's gameplay is going to be like cooldown management. So if you end up missing your left shift or something like that, or you have no mobility, just climb a wall, pop back up to height, wait a few seconds, wait for your cooldowns to come back, and then re-engage. You don't have to get a kill every time you go in. If you miss your kill, you can always just run away, come back in. You've already still disrupted the enemy. They're all just kind of panicking that you're even there at all. So you can dash through here, mark things with your ult. I see that Mantis ults, but I still like kind of limit test here. I just see how much damage I can do, how much of a nuisance I can be in the fight, because I know I'm like with my healers and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really just trying to see how much cleave damage that I can do to the enemy, and the Mantis ult fades, so I'm still doing a little bit of damage there. But yeah, when Mantis or Luna ults, that is not somewhere you want to be. If someone's standing in there, you're not going to kill them anyway. So we get the win. Pretty easy game, but there's a lot of good information that you can gain from VODs like this too. So definitely make sure that you watch your VODs back, see what you could have done better, see what you did a little bit poorly, and that sort of thing. So that is the first of maybe many. I don't know. If you guys enjoy VOD reviews, that sort of stuff, please let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.